Today is August 23rd, 2013. This is the 26th episode of the Weekend Snapshot, and it is Friday. I'm actually sticking to my goals of getting this done tonight. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm actually been really swamped and busy. I'm sure you know that feeling. In fact, I've been away for the past couple of weeks. I didn't get a snapshot in last week, unfortunately. But alas, we are here. Actually, has it been 2 weeks? It may have been 2 weeks. I don't even know anymore. It's all a blur. But I've been working on two important projects for me, at least. One is the Fun for Freedom website, which is actually a community of gamers that play video games for charity, and they've been really successful lately. In fact, their last marathon raised over $50,000, which is pretty nice for for a small group of guys and gals. But they were looking to up their campaign, and I just wanted to step up and help them out. So that project's going to be done probably in the next week or two, as well as the Twitch Streamr plugin, which was supposed to be done in the middle of last month, and it is now the end of this month. So I'm trying to wrap that up and get that completed. So those would be two personal projects in and out the door. Also on my personal website, noahschroeder.com, please pardon the interruption. I'm actually experimenting with a couple of things, and as soon as I start, I have to close up shop. So it's hard to get things wrapped up when you've got thousands of other things going on at once. And so please pardon that for a little bit. That'll be trying to get all things tied up there. Also, this week I was supposed to have a face-to-face with you guys, but I don't know what it is about these green screens, and I've been trying to experiment with different things and reading up on different articles about lighting and green screens. But I basically got it to a good set, but the webcam is the way it's picking up the light. As soon as I move from a certain location, I turn all red and look really tan, like I've been at the beach for 3 weeks. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get this consistent, so you're not seeing all these like trippy colors going on during these videos. So but I ordered new equipment, so that should be here early next week. So I'm thinking next week's going to be it. Not that anybody probably cares, but it is coming, and I'm going to be able to experiment and have a little bit more fun with these videos. Okay, so what's been going on this week? Well, I got a new WordPress snippet video released. It's on the channel. You can go check that out. It's on homepage, specific conditionals. And I am back on track with the snapshot. So here it is, Friday, and I'm releasing this. And the custom Twitter feed video is coming this Sunday. I promised that I was going to have that released, and I'm going to get it complete. So that'll be this coming Sunday. What's on the books for next week? I have two WordPress snippies. Awesome. I have two WordPress snippet videos ready to go, and they're already recorded, and I'm going to have those released next week, as well as the snapshot. And finally, the WordPress and SEO series will be coming to the channel, so you don't want to miss that. Get hype. I'm excited. And it's also with a really good friend of mine, and he's one of the smartest SEO guys I know, and just awesome to work with. So be looking forward to that. And coming up, finally, I will be putting out the bench press series, which is something I wanted to release in July. Again, we are a month behind. There's so much stuff going on, but the bench press series is basically just kind of tutorials from just the very basic stuff in WordPress to a little bit more advanced stuff. The snippets have been little bitty pieces that will pretty much be ancillary to this bigger component, which is the bench press series. So I'm ready to start launching that one. It's going to be really high quality, at least I think so, high quality series. And so you don't want to miss that if you're a big WordPress developer, but that's coming up. And I think that about does it for now. I'm going to quit blabbing. Let's go on to actual relevant stuff for you guys. All right, so for web design inspiration this week, I came across a website for a web design conference that takes place in Texas in September called Circles. And I came across this because I was actually registering for a conference in Atlanta a week before this one called UX Strat. So it's more focused on the user experience side of things. But I really enjoy the way this site feels, Circles. It's evolved a little bit from the first iteration of it. Not too much, but I wanted to share it with you guys. I just thought it had a really nice balance. There's nothing over the top here. There's nothing earth-shattering. But again, I love the feel of it. I love the colors, and I love their treatment of things. So, you come to the home page, you get the call to actions right up front. It's very clear. So as you scroll down, you get the speakers, you have the drop nav coming up there. Your CTA is still right there in front of you. Again, the monochromatic palette down the page here, and not just from a design perspective, but just to kind of hint on, they really do have some good speakers coming to this conference. Really diverse. But you have the rollover effects to give them their shout outs. So you have the speakers. Another kind of call to action is keeping updated with the conference right there. You have the venue. And it gives you some information of the overview of the actual concert with some other important items that you would want to know about, going there. And they have the nice laid out schedule. It's very clear, very easy to read. You can learn a little bit more about these people via the actions on the right there. But again, love this. Getting into the live. They actually are going to stream this live. You just pay a certain amount to be able to go there. So it was kind of nice. Another thing too about these people is that they understand that people can't afford plane tickets all the time. People can't afford to get places or leave work. So you actually have the ability to view this yourself live. And then you can also sponsor people to go. So, I want to get here. I want to go there so people can actually sponsor you to attend this conference. But all the way down the page, it's just, and another cool feature about this is it actually pulls in some of the attendees that will be there. Maybe their social profile, Twitter. So yeah, it's really, I liked it. I think they did a really fine job with this compared to some others. Maybe it's a conference you want to go to. Go check it out. But that's the web design inspiration for this week. So for a jQuery plugin this week, I have a special one for you. It's called FlowType. It's special for a couple of reasons. One, it's a really relevant tool, and I know you'll find it useful. But the other main reason is that it's built by a company here in town called Simple Focus, and they are one of the leading agencies here in Memphis. Pretty much anything that these guys put out is top quality, and this is one of those examples. And so they found a solution, or they created a solution rather, for the issue of maintaining line height and font size across screen size. So now we have an automatic tool to define these based on element width. So we can actually see in this example here, as you scroll or as you show different screen sizes, that ratio, that proportion stays the same, which is incredibly helpful. So we don't have to sit there and continue to define these through media queries. It just becomes a more automatic process. They also give us several different options for us to define to be able to customize this. One, we can actually set a minimum and maximum width of the element so that this flow type will stop tracking it based on these certain points that we define. We also have the ability to set the min font and maximum font that this will go, so we can actually set the range for how this is going to adjust our font size and line height as well. We can also define those here as well. They also claim that the recommended line height for maximum legibility is 1.45, and I actually tend to agree with that. So I think they did a really good job there. And of course, they give you some examples of how to actually plug this into your page. There's all your options set up for you. It works with basically any web fonts that's out there, including Cloud Typography, which is one of the newer services that are available. So that it's very versatile. It also has good performance. If you click this demo, it'll actually show you several different examples set up on the page, so you can see that it's working multiple elements, and you don't see any kind of decrease in performance. So it's a really lightweight script, really well developed. I'm piecing it onto my website too. That's part of the construction that you're seeing. But it's a really, really awesome plugin, and I invite you to go check that out, and I'm sure you'll find it useful. So that's FlowType. So for a web app this week, I want to kind of plug Asana. It is a project team management tool, and I'm kind of focusing on this one this week because for the past year and a half, I've been using many different productivity apps, trying to find that one perfect to-do list app or project management solution that I feel comfortable with, that I enjoy using, and that keeps me excited on staying on task. And so I actually rely on the interface a lot for this to keep me motivated to maintain that. Otherwise, I won't, or otherwise I'll start using paper to do to-do list. I know I'm very primitive in some ways, but with Asana, I actually really enjoy their interface, and they're setting a lot of standards for the way productivity apps are presented. I noticed Productive lately has gone more to a similar format. I personally right now am using Flow app, which I enjoy their interface, but they're about to unveil their new iteration, and I think it's going to be very similar to the way Asana is set up. So again, all these are conforming to this similar type of setup, all with different functionality, of course. But Asana actually has a really nice feature set. It's very versatile, and it's free, which is a positive thing. You can sign in with your Google Apps account. It also comes with a mobile app, which is nicely designed as well. You can kind of see here, and you can come to the website and view some of the features here, and even, of course, test drive it yourself. But from overall, I love their interface. I think I don't really enjoy the typography. I think there's some elements that are bulky. So again, little things like that, because I'm weird, little things like that prevent me from really connecting to the product. But overall, I think in going across different ones, Asana has really nailed out some really great stuff in keeping me interested in using a to-do app. So I'm blabbing, but I really wanted to plug Asana. I thought it was really going to focus on it. It is a product developed by one of the co-founders of Facebook, and he has a big team that he's continuing to develop throughout this entire thing, and they've really brought this. I went to this site probably a few months ago, and the actual app itself it seemed very primitive, and they've come a long way. So they're really continuing to develop this thing, and again, it's free, so you can go check that out yourself. But that is Asana. And last but not least is your freebie of the week, and it is a UI kit called Red UI. If you enjoy the flat style, then this is going to be something that you're probably going to enjoy. It is a really small kit, actually. It has some of your basic elements kind of mocked up for you, at least enough to get you inspired and moving in a certain direction. But again, there's some basic elements. The only thing that I think that probably would be a little bit more difficult to do with this specific mock-up is how these drop downs are styled. That may be a little bit more challenging, but at least it can kind of give you some kind of inspiration for other elements that you might be designing for. So that is Red UI. I would go check that out and let me know what you think of it. And with that, it is time for your random opinion. Before I get to my random opinion, I do want to mention that if you haven't gone to my Pinterest boards, head over there now. There's a link in the description below. I've set up boards based on specific areas that relate to web design in general, and there are literally thousands of stuff. Actually, I think it's close to 1,500 things on my Pinterest now. But from articles to freebies to all the stuff that I mentioned here on the show, you can actually go in there and download some more. These are just some of my favorites that I find during the week. So head over there now. Follow me. I'm literally posting stuff every day, so enjoy. And so my random opinion this week is this: going to bed early and waking up early is much better than going to bed late and waking up late. That is my opinion. See you guys next time.